Welcome to Milton Ernest Garden Centre. My name is David, and in this series of YouTube videos I will be showing how to make gardening easy for you. Good afternoon and welcome to Milton Ernest Garden Centre. My name's David and today I'll be showing you how to plant up your summer hanging baskets. Now is the most perfect time for making up your baskets. We're at the beginning of May. We can still get frost though up until about the end of May, so if you do have a cold greenhouse or a conservatory, make your baskets up now, leave them in there, and around about the end of May, first week in June, you can quite happily put your baskets outside. I'm going to be making up a couple of baskets for you today. I'll be making up one that's suitable for light shade, and one if you've got direct sun in your garden, because they can get, you know, very hot and dry. Right, we'll be using a multi-purpose compost, or what is a really good one is the Westland basket and container compost. This has slow release feeding, plus it has water retaining granules which help conserve the moisture when it's really dry. Right, we'll be using a 14-inch basket. These have already been lined with some plastic which helps conserve the moisture. Most important though, before you put the compost in, is to just put a few holes about a third of the way up from the bottom for drainage, because if you don't put any holes in, it's become waterlogged. So, ideal plants for a lovely warm sunny position are geraniums, which are ideal, along with hanging basket plants. We're going to be using some Safina hangers, which are absolutely beautiful, come in lots of different colours, and they trail down about 2 to 3 feet. We'll be planting these around the edge. Continue working around the outside. Like I said, these Safina is going to get down about 2 to 3 feet. Come in lots of different colours. Most important thing with hanging baskets is to regularly deadhead them and make sure they don't dry out. Some lovely silver helichrysum, which contrasts well with the lovely green foliage. Secret with baskets as well is try and really fill them up as best as you can, as many plants as possible. You know, because if you only put a few plants in, there's such a good root run that the plants make a lot of vegetative growth at the expense of flowers. So the more competition you've got in your basket, the better they will flower. So we've put the trailing plants around the outside. We're now just going to put a few individual petunias. These are a double blue petunia, and a lot of the lovely doubles are really well scented as well. Then we're going to put a lovely geranium in the middle. You can use fuchsias as well. Make a nice hole in the middle. Now you can see how nice and full that is. Don't skimp on the plant. Like I said, the more competition, the better. Once you finish this, give it a really thorough watering. There's enough feed in the compost for about sort of 4 to 5 weeks, but from then on you need to feed regularly. But I'll be showing you some different feeds you can use later on in the video. Right, as you can see, we just made the one for the sun loving. We're now going to use a few plants that are suitable for sort of light shade, not deep shade, but just light shade, because not everybody has a lovely sunny position. Begonias are actually superb for light shade. These are beautiful trailing begonias, and you can also use the non-stop begonias, which are uprights. So again, really fill the basket up. I'm using all one colour because it get a really good impact. Give it a nice gentle firm, and again another good watering. Like I said, keep it frost free for the next couple of weeks to get it well established, and then the baskets at the towards the end of this month and beginning of June can go outside and hung up in your garden. As well as the baskets with just flowers, there's lots of other alternatives. We have here a lovely tomato called Tumbler. It's a really lovely small cherry one that actually trails the way down, smothered in tomatoes throughout the season. Again, don't put this out until beginning of June. And here we have a lovely basket made with lots of different herbs, lots of lovely thymes and marjorams, sage, so you can have this by the house, pick little bits off your kitchen. But keep it, well trimmed. If it does start to flower, just give it a good trim right back to the base, and that will carry on again. Of course, every children's favourite, why not put a few lovely strawberries into a hanging basket? This variety is Cambridge Favourite, which is a very, very old variety, but the flavour is like your traditional beautiful sweet and very, very juicy. It's about 150 years old, this variety, but they've done virus checks on it, so it's a virus-free clone now. And beautiful strawberries, and you don't get worried with slugs because all the strawberries will hang down. And we also have something unusual, a lovely alpine basket. These are lovely small alpines. Again, I've used a nice gritty compost, so there's good drainage. Some lovely Aquilegia in the middle, some little violas. We've got some campanias and some very small dianthus. I'll just show you the basket. So very, very easy. So you're not limited to just flowers. You can use, like I said, for herbs, tomatoes and your strawberries. Okay, lots of different products we use for the hanging baskets. This is a superb compost by Westland, which is container and basket compost, specifically for containers and baskets. It has approximately 4 months feed, which is absolutely superb, so it gives great growth for all your plants. Plus it has some slow release fertiliser in, plus water retaining granules. You can also use an ordinary multi-purpose peat-based compost, and if you don't have any water retaining crystals, we do have a lovely selection. This one is by Garden for the water gel. It does come in smaller packs as well. And what you do when you fill your basket up with your compost, it's in little granules, little white granules, looks like little bits of sugar. You approximately put in about 1 to 2 teaspoonfuls for a 14-inch basket. And what these do, when you water the plant, it absorbs the moisture and it goes like wallpaper paste, and it holds lots of water. So throughout the season, as and when the plants need it, there's hidden reserves. On the plant food as well, although you've got about 4 months feed, once that's exhausted, you will need to feed your hanging baskets and tubs. This one is a beautiful liquid feed by Vitax called Tub and Basket Feed. Approximately, I would water and feed them, well, once a week on the feed. You can use full strength solution or approximately half strength. But most important thing is feed your baskets regularly. And we also have here from Westland some slow release plant food tablets. These release their feed over 6 months, and they're little clusters of slow release fertiliser. And what you do, you just open the packet, and if you look on the back there, it tells you roughly how many you need for each type of diameter basket. So for a 16-inch basket or a 14, you need about 8 of these little blocks, and you just push them into the soil, and that will feed all your plants for 6 months.
A nice good water in.